Hello children, welcome to I Love Science. In today's video, we have got some interesting fun activities and tricks with water. So let's start. The first activity with water which comes to my mind is making bubbles. Have you seen that when you make bubbles, they are always round or spheres? Can you make bubbles which are square or cubes? We have created a cube with toothpicks and pieces of eraser. Now if we dip this cube inside the soap solution, let's see what we can get. So you should be able to see a square bubble inside this. If you want to make it a little bigger, let's see one more trick. So let's try to add one more bubble inside this. So if you catch a normal round bubble and just touch it with this cube, then you will see a big cube bubble comes inside this cube. To make large bubbles, we have made this arrangement. You can see it here. So in two wooden sticks, we have attached two thick cloth strings. These are like shoelaces or cloth string like this. And now when we dip it in the soap solution, let's see how can we make large soap bubbles. Next trick with bubbles is making a bubble inside a bubble. So here it's a plastic sheet. I put some water to make it wet, and then let's see if we can make some bubble on this. And now we will try to create another bubble inside it. The next trick I want to show you is making a bubble which has a hole in it. So I have created a bubble film in this wire loop, and I have a small thread loop which I will put on the soap film now. Alright, and then we will try to break the film inside the thread loop, and you should be able to see that there is no film inside the thread loop. So actually there is a hole in this bubble, in this whole bubble, but the bubble is still holding. Now let's do some other activities with water. So for this activity, I have some colored water here, and I have a plastic lid of a box. Alright, let's see what can we do with this. Now if I lift this glass from this tray, then what will happen? You would assume that all the water will come out. But let's do a trick. So for this trick, I have got some coins here, and I will try to put these coins between the plastic box and the glass, and then let's see if we can hold the water. Right, so you can see that I have got the coin below the glass, but the water is not coming out. Let me put more coins. Let me put more coins. Let's put one more coin on top of these. Then let's see what we can do. So you can see that there is gap between the glass edge and the lid, and then see I can actually put a toothpick inside this so that it can go inside, and you can see that the toothpick has come inside the glass, but it's still holding the water. That is because of the surface tension of water. Now for the next activity, I have this glass jar, and on top of it I have attached net. The net that you can use as a mosquito net or maybe for embroidery. And as you can see that I am able to pour water through the net into the glass jar. Now you can see that this glass jar is full of water. Now let's do the trick. So I can take any piece of plastic or anything. So I'm using this piece of plastic. Let's make it upside down. So now you can see that I have got my upside down glass jar with water, and if I remove this plastic sheet from the bottom, let's see if we can hold the water in this. Yeah. So you can see the water does not come out, though you know that there is only a net here and the water should be able to come out. Just to make sure that there is nothing else holding it, let me try to put a small toothpick inside and then let's see if it goes inside. And you can see that I can put the toothpick inside from the net and it is actually floating now inside the jar, right? But the water does not come out. Let me try to put one more toothpick. Yeah, now you should be able to see that these two toothpicks are floating inside the jar, right? And the water does not come out from the jar. But if I tilt the jar, then let's see what happens. So that experiment was also a demonstration of surface tension, and because the holes of the net were very small, the water does not leak from it unless we tilt it, and it can get a clear path to go out. Now in the next activity, we will make one thermometer with water. So for this activity, I have got some colored water in this plastic bottle, and in the cap of the bottle, we have attached a plastic straw and then sealed it with glue so that the air does not leak from here. Now you can see that the straw has the water up to the level of the water in the bottle, right? Now if we heat the air or put this bottle in a warm area, then what happens? Let me just hold this bottle with my hands and let's see what can I do with just the heat from my hands. Did you see that the water in the straw has risen up to almost about 1 inch? Now we will blow hot air from this hot air gun on this thermometer and then let's see if it rises very rapidly. So you saw that from the hot air gun, the temperature increased so rapidly that actually the thermometer water overflowed, and now as it is cooling down, you can see that it is the level of the red water is coming down slowly back to normal. So this is a very simple and easy thermometer explaining the concept of thermal expansion of air. Now for the next activity, we will make a water sprinkler with a simple straw and a wooden skewer. Let's see how to do that. So this straw, I can cut it into 3 pieces, but I have to cut it only half the width. So I will cut it to the almost equal 3 pieces. Alright, and then fold it in form of a triangle like this, right? So that it becomes a triangle like this. And now put the skewer from the top, from the center, and connect these 2 pieces with a tape. So you can see I have connected this straw by dividing it into 3 pieces, made it like a triangle, and then attached the bottom parts of the straw using a transparent tape in this. Now if I dip this little sprinkler into water and rotate or spin my straw, then let's see what happens. So this little sprinkler works on the concept of centrifugal pumps, where because of the circular motion, the water tries to move away from the center towards the edge of the circular motion, and it rises up in the straw and gets sprinkled all around. Our next experiment is a little Cartesian diver or a little submarine. So it's a simple water dropper, and I have attached a metal nut at the bottom. So you can see we have filled this dropper with water and adjusted the amount of water with a little bit of air bubble so that the dropper just floats on the surface. It does not sink in the water, or it does not come out too much out of the surface of the water. Now our dropper is ready to become a submarine. So now we have put our little submarine in this water bottle. The bottle is full up to the top, and as we had adjusted the small bubble inside the dropper, it's almost inside the water with just floating on it. So let's close the lid and then see if we can get our submarine to work properly. Right? Now let's see, with some magic I should be able to control this submarine, and right now it is floating, but I can say submarine go down, and then it should go down, right? I can say submarine come up, and it should come up. So you know how am I controlling this? I'm just changing the pressure on the bottle, and when I increase the pressure, the bubble inside the dropper reduces in size, and the overall density of the submarine or the dropper increases and it goes down. When I release the pressure, then it comes up. Let's see that again. So if I squeeze the bottle a little bit, then my dropper goes down, and when I release the pressure, it comes up. So this is a very interesting experiment to play with the density of an object, and by changing the density of the dropper, by changing the size of the bubble, we can control this. This is the same concept that is used in submarine to bring them below the surface up to the bottom of the ocean and bring them back to the surface of the ocean. Now we come to the last fun trick of this video, which is a thirsty glass. So let's see what do we do in this activity. So I have got this plate with some colored water and 2 candles. Now when I light up the candles and bring my thirsty glass here, then let's see if this glass can drink some water. So you saw that the glass pulled all the water from the plate and the water came inside the glass. This happened because air inside the glass was hot, and when it cooled down, it compressed, and because of the low pressure, it pulled all the water from the plate. So these were 7 fun trick activities to do with water. If you like this video, press on the like button, and also subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. We are creating a series of 7 videos with 7 fun activities. So don't forget to watch our future videos. Till then, bye-bye.